Hey guys, welcome back to another Miraculous Ladybug reaction. Today we're looking at episode Crocoduel Season 4. At this point, I have no idea what episode number we're on. Like the whole system is whack at this point. Like we have episode 1, episode 8, then episode 12, and then now episode 15. I have no idea, so I'll just be calling them by their names instead of their numbers. I'm really excited for this episode. Crocoduel, here are the things that I know about this episode right now. I know this is going to be a Juleka episode. I know that Luca's going to be in it as well. I know that Gezno and Luca and Juleka's mom are going to be akumatized. And I know that Juleka is going to be getting her Miraculous this episode. And I also think it's her birthday, but I'm not sure. But yeah, of course, I'm really excited to see more Miraculous users and more heroes. I wonder what this means for Adrian, because he might be getting more and more on the sidelines as more heroes show up. Once again, I do think that that's deliberate, and I wonder if we're going to be focusing on that a little bit as well in this episode. Another thing I'm excited for is to see if Juleka knows that Gezno is her dad, and if we're going to be getting that reaction from her if she doesn't. I feel like she would, because Luca hates secrets, so I feel like he would tell her, unless maybe this is a whole like protecting her thing that I don't know. But I feel like based off his character and what we've seen so far of him, he would tell Juleka that Gezno is their dad. I also wonder if we're going to be focusing on Luca and Marinette's past relationship, or if we're going to be bringing that up, if that's going to affect this episode at all. So yeah, I'm really excited for this episode. Not going to waste any more time. Before we get started though, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys end up enjoying this video, then you can like the video, comment, subscribe. All those things really help me out with the whole YouTube algorithm, and subscribe and let you guys know when I upload next. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the episode. Alright, let's see what we got in this episode. Hey, it's the... What is this again? Like the kitty band something? I forgot what they're called. We've been seeing a lot of this band lately. It's not just me, right? Oh, I find it funny that Luca saw those two and thought about Marinette. Oof, jeez. She's not the best liar. Aww. So yeah. the relationship is definitely still in his it still hurts. Oh yeah, they're twins. I forgot. So it's both of their birthdays. What's wrong with her? That is very true. I would love to see Zoe be more contributive, you know? Like, I want to see her characters shine a lot more. I feel like that's something that we definitely need for her. Yeah? I can't run away. Oh my gosh. You can't just ignore him. Come on, Marinette. Exactly. You need to talk. Oh, yikes. And if he gets akumatized, then you can just give him a charm. So honestly, this would be a good thing. Exactly. You gotta rip the band-aid off. Just let him get akumatized one more time. What the heck? What's with these trash cans?
That's disgusting.
Oh, okay. She's not in the trash can. For his birthday. I feel like she doesn't want to be in the middle of all this. She just wants everybody to be good, you know? Oh boy. About that, if you could vacate the premises, that would be great. I find it very. I mean, I guess Luca and oh god, I guess the relationship is good. You better acknowledge Juleka, otherwise I'm gonna be pissed. Yo.
olha, foi tão sutil.
Sutil? Seu
Subtle.
estacionado no cais, seu músico de meia tigela.
No sábado, a Juleka quer dar uma...
What the what's wrong with him?
Oi, Juleka. Rock and roll. Desculpe.
Oh my god.
Pirata velho no seu aniversário?
No, I mean...
Quero.
Demais. Até sábado, então.
Hein? O Luca vai estar na festa.
Also, this episode looks really nice.
Oi, Juleka, tudo bom? O Luca não vai estar na festa, né?
This episode looks like better than a lot of the other episodes.
Eu...
She just wants to have a normal, nice birthday without any of this stress.
Tô muito impressionada com você. Nunca achei na vida. Crescer, né?
Yeah.
Vou te pedir pra fazer isso, mas valeu por tirar o Luca daqui, Juleka. Isso.
Yeah, you can hear his guitar?
Coragem de me contar.
Restaurada.
Gabriel is like wrapped around every teenage drama that happens in this town. Ooh, I like that. I like that shot right there. That was really cool.
Te proteger.
Todo mundo aqui te...
Aw, look at everybody supporting him. It's getting harder and harder to get akumatized victims here, aren't they? Isn't it? God, this episode looks really good. I can see why it took a while. It's very true. Very true.
Juleka,
Oh my god, Marinette. I'm gonna need you to, like, woman up here.
fala com ele, né?
Consigo mesma e cheia de...
Stop spying on everybody!
Conseguiu falar.
Aww.
Outra vez? Qual é o problema?
Why aren't there any negative people here? Here we go.
É o pai do...
Luca e da Juleka?
Grupo de amigos surpresos porque dois deles guardaram segredo.
That's not fair!
Isso é de...
Come on, that wouldn't have worked. You can't be surprised. Come on. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
Baixo que eu tive na vida.
Aww.
Feliz aniversário, Juleka.
Okay. I'm starting to feel warmth. My cold heart is starting to feel something. That's good.
Você é um naufrágio em pessoa.
You're a living shipwreck. Oh my god.
Finalmente.
There we go.
Crocoduel. Eu sou
Hey, that technically broke after it got akumatized. So once Marinette brings it back together, then that I'm guessing that this is gonna be fixed. Here we go. Okay. Oh right, it's the boat again. It's the captain, right? Oh boy. Oh, I love these angles. Also, it's good to see the captain villain like in a good looking episode, because if you remember her first episode, she looked horrible. Oh my gosh, this is the first time we've seen two villains go at each other. Where's Adrian? We haven't seen him the whole episode. Yep. Oh, cool. Jeez. I'll go finish my makeup. You guys find somewhere to hide. Oh, Jesus. I know they're invulnerable, but still. Hey. Nice.
Pra isso acontecer, primeiro a gente teria que ser casal.
Oh God. Is that foreshadowing? Promise that we don't end up like these guys? What the heck? When did this turn into a western?
Você só liga pra uma coisa. A sua música.
Nossa música.
The fattest yikes. We're just like in the middle of their like divorce argument.
Uma hora eles vão se cansar disso.
Gabriel is like, I guess we just gotta let them tire themselves out. Oh. Oh, it's cool to see them saving people. I find that very interesting. Did she have to hide Juleka's identity from Luca? And Chat Noir? I feel like you could have showed it, you could have given this in front of them, you know? Oh, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen. You gotta roar!
Tô te ouvindo.
Eu disse.
Oh, that's good. That's a perfect Kiwami for her. I love that. Like I said, opposites attract. Also, I really like the jewelry. I think that's my favorite one, actually. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Oh, the tail thing again. I like it. I like how all the tails are like different stuff. Like Milen's is different as well as like the rope, and then you have Chat's belt. Oh my gosh. Okay. This episode's been very action-packed. I love it.
E aí, Capitã Hard Rock? É hora de abaixar o som, vai.
Oh, that's cool. What is that? I don't even know what that item is. Nice. Huh? Okay, now I'm confused. Hey, that technically broke after it got akumatized, so once Marinette brings it back together, then that, I'm guessing that this is gonna be fixed. Oh, that's so cool looking. Oh, you have to put it together yourself. Okay, jeez. Oh, that's so cool. I want to see her special attack. Oh, that's cool. Like, it bounces things back, right? That's pretty cool.
Maldade, Akuma.
That was weird. We actually saw the inside of Marinette's yo-yo. That's interesting. Oh, boy. Oh. Hey.
Anarco.
2 for the price of 1.
Em dizer o que pensa bem alto. Mesmo sem o traje, quando precisar.
Yeah, I really do like that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go again. Oh!
Agora vocês vão pedir desculpa e fazer as passado.
I love it. I love it.
Anarquinha, eu sou todo ouvidos.
Te amo, pai.
Você é música pra mim.
E você?
Alright, I'm coming around.
O Adrian, como se sente?
I'm coming around.
Amigos?
Amigos.
Amigos. Alright, and that was the end of the episode. This was a really good looking episode. I feel like the episodes that we're going to be getting now are the ones that, like, the reason why it took so long to come out was because they look really, really good. So I'm really excited to see the next couple of episodes because, like, the past episodes weren't bad, but, like, these ones were just, like, this one was just really, really good. So I'm really excited to see the future episodes and how they look. Like, this one looks really close to SAMG. I'm not sure who's the one that animated it. Maybe if you guys know, you can tell me in the comment section down below. But this was a really good looking episode. So yeah, let's go into the discussion and talk about what I thought about this episode. So we have the episode Crocoduel here. I am really excited to get into this episode. This was honestly a really good looking episode, which is where I really want to start off with. Like, so many good angles and like a lot of good shots, and like the colors were very vibrant in this episode. The powers were also really cool to see. We'll of course get more into it, but like the collision attack, I thought that was really, really cool. Close to Chat Noir's Cataclysm, but not exactly. It was more like a force pushing back, which was really the whole thing with Juleka and the whole miraculous power and the Kiwami. It was all about pushing back and like trying to be heard and everything like that. So we got a lot of that in this episode, and this power definitely showed that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I just wanted to really highlight how much I really, really like the look of this episode. I definitely think that the episodes that we're going to be getting now, especially the episodes that like a lot of the episodes, like I don't know about like the episodes like episode 25 or episode 26 or episode like 20 or anything like that, but like the episodes like episode 15 and the episodes that we had to skip, I definitely think, and Gabriel Agrest, I mean, we're all waiting for the episode Gabriel Agrest, but I really think that those episodes are going to look really, really good, and that's why it's taking so long, because they want to polish it and make it look the best that it can. So if that is the case, if we get more episodes looking like this, or more episodes that look even better than this, then I'll understand the wait, even though, I could have waited until later in the year so we could get all the episodes in the right order. But this is the way it's happening, and like I said, as long as the quality is this good or even better, I'll be pretty satisfied. I'll forgive them. But yeah, let's go back to the beginning of this episode, where we get a look at Roses and Juleka and Ivan and Luca, and they're all doing their kitty band together. I'm glad that keeps coming back up. I've talked about it before, but I definitely like the background characters of this show, or not even background characters, but side characters and stuff like this. Like bringing this stuff back, I really think that's really cool world building, and it's really great to see, because I remember the episode that these guys first showed up in, which I'm pretty sure was a Luca episode. It was an episode where Luca became akumatized. So yeah, we can clearly see that that's a strange picture to. It looks like he's biting his lip. Oh my god. But we can clearly see that Luca is still struggling with the whole breakup. Not even struggling with the breakup, but like he like more than anything, Marinette is struggling, because she finds the whole thing very, very awkward, and that's why she's like ghosting Luca. And Luca's feeling that very hard in this episode, and we can see that he's struggling a lot, and he wants to, he's fine with the whole breakup thing, but he just wants to be Marinette's friend, because he does still like her, and still wants to be around her. So yeah, we can see that he's struggling with that, and it's very much weighing down on him. Which, I guess Marinette would be the kind of person that'd be like, this is too awkward for me. I'm gonna back out, and it wasn't just the whole awkward thing. It was also because she was afraid that he'd be akumatized again. But Alia makes a really good point. If he gets akumatized again, we could just charm him and then he'll be fine. So it's kind of like just ripping off a band-aid, just get it over with one more time, and then he never has to get akumatized again, so definitely something that I like, how that we're bringing this stuff back. And hopefully that means that we'll get a Kagami episode where maybe she talks to Adrian and they become friends again. We'll have to see. So I just want to make a quick note that we did get a little bit more from Zoe in this episode. Still doesn't feel like that she's I do have a little bit of a problem with Zoe, and I want to make a separate video about that. But I feel like her character is very it's not up there with the rest of them. And it has nothing to do with the amount of time that we spend with everybody else. It has to do with just her character not being as loud as the others. So we did get a little bit of her in this episode, but it was still felt very soft and very kind of there, but not really. Hopefully her character comes out a lot more. Honestly, if you guys can tell me what you guys think about Zoe's character in the comment section down below, I'd be really interested, because I do want to make a video about that, her character and Chloe's character, and just how much I feel like she just feels like a dulled version of everybody else. It just doesn't feel up to par with all the other characters. So yeah, we also, this is a very important episode for Juleka. This whole episode, you could tell that she's just really upset that everybody has this, all this drama is circling around, and on her birthday too, or the day before her birthday. She has her parents, she has Marinette to worry about. Marinette's asking her to do some stuff, asking her to tell Luca to not come to his own birthday party. And then you have Luca that's doing his own thing with Marinette and all that stuff, and it's just all circling around her. She wants to speak out, but she doesn't. Something that we noticed in this episode, she's very mumbly, which I don't remember her being in the last couple seasons, but I guess this is the reason why, because she's all mumbly now, but then when she becomes a hero, she finds that courage to speak out. Like I said, I'm not sure if she was all mumbly in the past seasons. Maybe you guys can remind me. I could be wrong, because I didn't know that Chloe was saying stuff like ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous before season 2, but it turns out that she was saying that since episode 1. I forgot that, so if she was mumbly in the past seasons, I could have just forgotten, honestly. But we see that she has been struggling, and we've always known this, that she's been struggling to come out of her shell. And that's something I really like about Marinette giving the Miraculous to all her friends, is that we see them, them being a hero has changed them, and for the better. You have stuff like Optigami, where we saw all the kids who were heroes in the past stand up and protect the citizens, even though they don't have their powers. They're still acting as heroes, and that's something that they very much wanted to show in that episode. And then we have Mylène getting over her fear of something similar, like speaking out and like just fear in general, you know. And then you have Juleka here learning to speak out in this episode. That's something that I felt like is very cool to see, that their experience as heroes has helped them to grow stronger. And it's not just like they become heroes and then they suddenly are strong. It's them being strong already, just like they need that extra push, but it's them being strong already that gets them to become heroes, that gets them to become a better version of themselves. So I really do like that, and I like how they're continuing that theme with the more heroes that we get. So yeah, we also get this, which I really like, Alia spending time with Trix, and like, you know, with the rest of the Kawamis, and talking to Marinette while the rest of the Kawamis are nearby. I really did like that. And then yeah, here, obviously asking Luca not to be at his own birthday party is pretty messed up. But looking at it through Marinette's perspective, she doesn't want Luca to become akumatized. She doesn't want another, like, you know, drama thing to just mess everything up. And yeah, she probably is feeling a little awkward around him as well. And she's a teenager. So I can definitely understand where her mindset is coming from, and why she like was like, can he just like not show up? Can he maybe like go somewhere else on his own birthday? But yeah, I do understand that, and it just shows more of her faults and more that she's human. And we see later on that she overcomes this as well. Her speaking up, similar to how Juleka had to speak up, but her, you know, putting on a, like, not putting on a brave face, but actually being brave and talking to Luca, and then, you know, later on becoming friends. I did like that a lot. So it's no secret that I've had a problem with Jagged Stone, especially in like episode 1, where it's like he was talking about how he felt like he blah 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 wasn't worthy of being a father or whatever. But now we definitely see him stepping up a lot more, which I really do like, and I am starting to warm up to him. Like, I was a little bit like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And then when he ran away from Juleka, like, I know maybe like she scared you or something, but Jesus Christ, man, come on. Like, but we do see him, he does have some nice moments with Luca, he does have some nice moments with Juleka, so we see that he is trying to change. I find it very interesting. Once again, I talked about this in the last episode, but then bringing up like mature topics. You have Juleka and Luca's mom not wanting Jagged to be around her kids. Like, she's like, get out of my house, get away from my kids, I want nothing to do with you. So I do find that very interesting, and it's like a very complicated situation because we don't know how that separation went. We just know that it was pretty nasty, just given from her reaction to seeing him. It wasn't pretty at all. So yeah, I do find that very, very interesting, and it's like it's a very mature and messy subject that they're juggling with, but I think that they handle it okay. I mean, they even showed at the end that it's not perfect. Like one episode isn't gonna change what's going on around here. So yeah, it's definitely like, you know, it's a mature topic, and like I said, I'm glad that they're bringing that up. So we see everybody in a negative mood now, and that's perfect time for Shadowmoth to come out of the woodwork and be like, alright, it's my time. I thought this was pretty funny. Shadowmoth trying to find someone to akumatize, but everybody keeps like, you know, everybody keeps like turning around and becoming positive, like right before he could turn them into a villain, which I thought was pretty cool. Not cool, but just funny. What I did think was cool was, one, this lighting. This looks really, really good. This episode, like I said, is amazing. And this shot, I really like this shot, like a lot. For one thing, I like the wings and how like thin they are and how they show that. I think that's really cool. And also just, we get a new shot of Shadowmoth creating an Akuma, which I always appreciate, you know. Getting more animation from Shadowmoth is really cool. So I think that this was really a really good episode. A really good episode, but I think that this was a really good shot, and I hope we get more of that in the future. I think we did get something similar to this in maybe the last episode. I think, yeah, when he was holding the Akuma and the Amok. Not as detailed, I think, as this, but still, it was like a face shot rather than like from the air or like just like an angle or anything, but it's like a face shot. Like I really like how we're getting more and more of these, and like I said, it was really cool seeing that Akuma fly away and its wings so thin, you know. Something about that was really cool to see. So yeah, the Akuma's trying to get to Luca, but everybody ends up like comforting him, and then he's positive again, which I really like. I've talked about this already. Seeing it feels like it's getting harder and harder to akumatize people. I feel like Paris is becoming more and more positive because of Shadow Moth, which I think is really funny. Like, I feel like Gabriel has, in a sense, helped the city to become more positive. It's a positive thing, which I think is funny. Like, you know, through all this tragedy, Paris has grown stronger, which I think is a really cool message, you know? But yeah, it's very hard to akumatize all these people. It's like, I'll find somebody here who's negative. This is a teenager's party. There has to be somebody crying in a bathroom somewhere. But you see even here, like, you know, they're comforted here. And then he's like, what is going on? And then, yeah, Jagged Stone is here, and then everybody's like, okay, this is where it happens. Actually, first of all, this is where everybody finds out that Jagged Stone is Luca's and Juleka's dad, which everybody was like, wait, what? That's crazy. And I found it very strange that, like, Gabriel was like, everybody's shocked because nobody told them that Jagged Stone was Juleka and Luca's father. And I was like, what? Can that turn you into an Akuma? First of all, them being the twins' father has nothing to do with the rest of the class. Like, they'll tell them when they're ready. So I found it very strange. It's like, is that gonna turn people into an akumatized victim? Like, and I like that. I like right after Gabriel was like, yeah, that was pretty dumb. That wouldn't have worked. I was reaching a little bit too far there. Yeah, I've said it before. I do like how Jagged is reaching out to his kids and giving, like, this is a really cool present, you know, this being like, I think, what did he say, like his first guitar or something like that. That's a really cool present, so I think that's really good. And I'm definitely warming up to Jagged, you know, definitely, like, seeing him step up is really good, you know. And then this also was really interesting because that's Jagged, and then that's Juleka and Luca's mom. So I really like the ponytail that she has here, and I like the look that they had. Like, it was very, like, sci-fi looking, and I wonder if this was like his look before, and then he changed it later on to like more like the punkish rock thing rather than like the sci-fi thing going on here. So I really did like this little background in Jagged and their mom's their past. I really did like that. But somebody who didn't like that was her. She was like, you actual piece of trash. How dare you give that album that caused our separation? Yeah, that was obviously, as you can see here, their separation was not pretty at all. And but this is really interesting because I'll talk about it. No, I'll talk about it now. We see later on, you know, Chat Noir when he finds out that Juleka is like a sort of cat, like she's a tiger or something like that. He gets all like close to her and goes like, ooh, we're practically family. And speaking of family, somebody else that does like something over the top and absolutely ridiculous is Gabriel when he sees some negativity and he's like, finally, he's like hugging his cane. So I do like that. I like how I was like, they're Adrian and Gabriel are very similar, whether Gabriel wants to admit it or not. You know, Gabriel has all those puns that he does every time he loses. Gabriel, like, you know, we have Adrian smashing stuff when he gets upset, you know. So we see that similarity here. And I find that very just a nice little detail if that's what they were going for. Also, this is just absolutely ridiculous. I find that this is just very funny, you know. So yeah, we get the akumatization, and some people might not like the fact that it's basically just Guitar Villain and what was the other one, Shipwreck or something like that. But honestly, I kind of like that because I definitely do like, but I feel like this is a really good chance for Shipwreck. I'm gonna call her Shipwreck because I don't remember her actual name, but her episode where she debuted in, it looked pretty bad. Like, it was a pretty bad looking episode, I'm not gonna lie. Like, let's not try and sugarcoat it. It was a pretty bad looking episode, but this episode looked really good. And I'm glad that she actually got to be in an episode that looked good. We got to actually see her, like, you know, look good. I look at this as a win for her because she looked really good in this episode. Her and her ship and her sword and her action scenes, they all looked really, really good. Speaking of action scenes, this is the first time I'm pretty sure that we saw, yeah, this sword looks amazing. But this is the first time that we saw, like, villain versus villain, I feel like. And I just find that, like, really, really interesting. Like, even Gabriel was like, they'll tire themselves out eventually, I guess. This is very new for me. Because usually it's like either one villain or it's like an amok that is under the control of an akumatized victim, or it's like a fused villain or something like that. Or as we saw in a Gang of Secrets, it was like a whole gang of villains, but they were all working together. Here, these guys despise each other so much that even as villains, they're fighting each other. And the fight scenes were pretty good here. I thought it's like, you even have like Juleka that's like, stop fighting, just talk. This is after Senti Bubbler and Optigami, so even though she can't, become Reina Rouge, she can still help out in any way that she can, which I do like a lot. This was also a very funny scene with Adrian, where he was like, Adrian, we have to escape. There's an akumatization going on, and Adrian's like, no, the show must go on. You go hide. I'll go finish putting my makeup. I'm like, okay, that was pretty funny. I wonder if she's gonna question, like, wait a minute, he doesn't know how to put on makeup. But no, she's like, oh, such dedication, and then runs off. I'm like, okay, I guess, whatever. But yeah, this is it, I think. I love this. Oh god, yeah, that was rough. But I like this chase scene a lot, like very dynamic, very intense. And that hit also was like pretty big. Like that hit looks intense. But Thomas did say that Ladybug and Chat Noir's outfits and like all the superheroes' outfits make them basically invulnerable. Save for a few things, but yeah, that still looks pretty harsh, So yeah, we get some Chat Noir moments here. Honestly, it was really good seeing Chat Noir and Ladybug fight. Like, Chat Noir definitely had a bigger presence in this episode than in most episodes in this season, which I did like. And then yeah, there's basically nothing much to say other than this episode looks really good, Cut to Juleka getting her Miraculous. One thing, I love the look of the Miraculous. I think it looks really cool, and it's such a different kind of jewelry, something I don't really see often. So honestly, it's probably, if not my favorite, then one of my favorite looking Miraculous jewels. Something I was a bit confused about, I was like, oh wow, why couldn't Luca and Chat Noir know Juleka's secret identity? Like, what's the reason why they can't? Like, Luca is Juleka's brother, and he's also a superhero. So, I mean, I know that Nino spilled the beans to Adrian, but Luca isn't like that. I mean, Luca doesn't like secrets, but I feel like he'll keep this one. Like, maybe this would have been a lesson for him to, like, some secrets need to be kept. And he has kept his own secret identity a secret in the past, before it was revealed to Shadow Moth. So, like, I feel like you could have told Luca, and of course you could have told Chat Noir too, because he's your partner. So I did find it a little bit strange that she was like, okay, yeah, no, these two can't know that Juleka is a superheroine. So yeah, that was just a little thing. I was like, I feel like you could have told Luca and Chat Noir. I don't feel like there was any like problem with them knowing, but whatever, I guess. But yeah, I definitely do like their interaction here. Like, I love the opposites here. Like, you have this very outgoing, very loud Kiwami with this more timid girl. Very similar to like Milan and the mouse Kiwami, or even Tiki and Marinette. So I definitely do like that a lot. Even here, like you see her going like, hey, I can't hear you. If you want to talk, you got to talk loud. And then she's like forcing her to like, get out of her shell and just like let go and speak her mind. Not speak her mind, but speak loudly so everybody can hear her. As for the transformation itself, I think it looks really good. Like I said, the jewel is really cool, and I think the transformation sequence itself looks really good as well. I like the look. The ponytail is really cool. The claws. So yeah, I definitely do like this suit a lot now that I see it in action. I wasn't sure when I first saw I saw screenshots of it, but seeing it now, I think it looks really good, especially like when it's in action, And then Adrian's reaction, Chat Noir's reaction to this, to Juleka, or what did she call herself? Purple Tigress, was hilarious. She was like, oh, we're basically family. And it's like, Marinette's like, oh my gosh, stop it. And then Juleka's just like, still in her pose, like, okay. So yeah, I thought that was very funny. And like I said, the reaction is very similar to like Gabriel's reaction to finally being able to akumatize someone. And then yeah, that was basically it. There was a mistake, an animation mistake, I think. Yeah, where like this is usually like a pocket of light, but for some reason in this episode it was just like not finished, I think. So they probably have to go back and fix this. But yeah, this was something that I'm pretty sure everybody caught. But yeah, this is I believe the first episode that had a 2-for-1 deal, 2 charms for the price of 1 episode, which I think is really cool. I wonder if we're gonna be able to get through every single person in this season. Like, are we gonna be able to get through every villain and make sure everybody gets a charm, or is in some cases like let's say Nathaniel or Ivan, like those guys are going to be getting theirs off screen, and then we'll just see them with their charm in an episode, you know? I wonder, or are we going to get like every single episode is going to like focus on these guys? If that's the case, then I think we're definitely going to have to start getting like 3 villains in 1 episode so we can just get through everybody, you know? Because once again, I do think this might be the last season of Shadow Moth. We might be moving on to something else because the Akumatizations are really starting to like not work. Like I said, like the people of Paris are like are finally able to like battle these Akumas and like stop them from even happening. And now with all these charms, like it definitely feels like Shadow Moth and the Akumas and all that stuff, those days are numbered. So yeah, like I said, Juleka is learning from her time as a heroine and being like, all right, you guys have to stop fighting and start talking. No more yelling. And then for 5 seconds that they got better, and then they started arguing again, which is basically reality, which I like how they don't sugarcoat it. But yeah, even though with all the fighting and stuff, Jagged is still being a pretty good dad. When I see him being a good dad, of course I'm gonna call out. When I see him being bad, then I'll call that out too. But yeah, he was very, very nice in this in this episode, and especially in this moment here. Like, you can tell me everything, and then, you know, you are music to me. I thought that was very sweet. Overall, I really, really liked this episode. The look of it was amazing. The characters were amazing. And I'm starting to like Jagged Stone again. So honestly, I think this is a win-win. Definitely. Chat Noir definitely got a lot more screen time than in other episodes, which I really do like. And Juleka's superhero persona looks really, really cool. Her powers, her weapon, which was like her tail or something, which I thought was really cool, and like her suit, all look amazing. Thank you guys for watching again. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, bye.